I think what we got to chat about right now is San Diego Comic-Con 2020.
We all know San Diego Comic-Con's been canceled in person. Every convention's been canceled in person. But we're going to go over 10 reasons why you can still enjoy SDCC virtually just as much.
That's right. San Diego Comic-Con is not over this year. It's going to be virtual. It will be at home. And there's also a lot of different avenues on social media that you can get your Comic-Con fix that's going to be popping over this next week. So that's why we got to get this video out to you. Hit that subscribe button, Comic Fam. I want to remind you, we make a lot of comic book themed content throughout the week, and we want you here for the ride. Let's chat about number 10 on this list, because, dude, it's free.
I'm sorry. Did you say it's free?
That's right. The first thing on this list is that it's a virtual con. Anyone can attend because it's going to be on YouTube.
And let me explain this. So we all know it's expensive to get into San Diego Comic-Con, if you're even lucky enough to get a ticket. This gives people the opportunity worldwide to attend this convention. It's not the same, okay? We all understand that. But this is a way where it levels out the playing field and gives you opportunity to experience everything the same way everyone else will.
I want to give 2 quick points to this. The first, this may not be the only time that a convention will only be available to us virtually. So this right here, I look at as the pilot. It's the first. This is hyper important because the success of this could be the future roadblocks for other conventions that currently don't have stuff slated in the future. The second thing that I want to highlight is that this is an opportunity, as you mentioned, to get people who otherwise wouldn't attend to attend this convention and introduce them to this amazing community.
Like you said, yeah, you get the stepping stones for the future potentially, because we don't know how this is all going to last or what. It could be gone tomorrow. Who the heck knows? But
yeah, conventions pay attention. This may be really important for your future.
Yeah, and let's pay attention to number 9, because number 9 is panels.
That's right. Panels is a big part of the convention scene. It's not just about walking that show floor. No, we have rooms being rented out traditionally by all kinds of people. Historians, teachers, artists, writers, inkers. If you can think about it in the geekdom, there is a panel for it. And the San Diego Comic-Con is not letting you go without having any experience at all. There's over 350 panels that are going to be going on this weekend.
And you know what show floor I have to walk to enjoy it? I just have to walk my living room show floor.
That's very true, man, because how much like walking do we typically have to do at a convention?
It's absolutely immense, and it's exhausting, and it's a long day, and everything here is on a planned schedule, okay? And you can just get some fresh air. You might even enjoy it more so because it's just less stressful, less tense. Some people have to then consolidate their family, and they can't just enjoy it themselves. So this is a great kind of balance here where we can try something new and get the information we want. And I'm kind of excited to see how it plays out on this larger scale level of such a gigantic con. And we have other big cons coming this year. So this is not the only one who's going to have to try to figure it out. New York will do the same thing.
Comic Fam, I'll put in the description below links to all of this stuff so you can do your scheduling, because it's all available for you to look through and see what you want to attend. I'm looking at Wednesday, seeing a ton of different lessons that you can learn how to like make comics, be introduced to like different mediums within the comic industry, possibly trades and hobbies that you could be introduced to. And Friday, what is this? Charlize Theron is doing a panel as well. We have major celebrities who are being involved.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's coming out for this. So it's like we said, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be new. And it's going to be something for everybody.
Friday at 11 o'clock, we have CB Cebulski, who is going to be doing a Marvel Comics next big thing. You're going to get the latest on Empire, and you know that they're going to be answering a lot of questions. It's these types of videos that are going to go viral in the community. If you're looking at like comic spec, you got to be watching.
Now, if you're done listening to the audio side of stuff and you want to actually dive into purchases, they're going to have an exhibit hall. It's like, how's an exhibit hall going to work? I don't know how an exhibit hall is going to work, but they haven't figured out somehow. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. We're supposed to have an artist alley still. Okay, we're still supposed to have exhibitors. We're still supposed to have fan tables. I mean, there's all kinds of things that are still supposed to be there. So it's going to be exciting, and it's going to be innovative, I'm sure. And somehow it's going to be submersive or immersive.
Yeah, it's a link to the exhibit hall. And depending on the participants, this is the quote that it's going to be filled with offerings, cross section of exhibitors from all over the Comic Con exhibit hall. You're going to find company listings, exclusive products for sale, promotional links, and a whole lot more. You're still going to have access to like your independent tables through this feed. The point is, they're only going to have it from Wednesday to Sunday. So you got to stop in just like as if it was actually happening in San Diego.
And here at number 7 is a huge part of the con that most people spend days waiting for, battling in crowds, trying to get tickets, getting a ticket for another line and another line. And we're talking about exclusives here. So you just mentioned that that's available through the exhibitors. So here at 7, exclusives are going to still be an option. I mean, how great is that? You might be able to get an exclusive you want, again, from your living room.
Yeah, a lot of these variants that get made, they're planned in advance. Remind you, I mean, heck, you typically set up at San Diego. When did you have to have your booth paid for?
Oh, I signed up for the next year after the con.
That's right.
The con ends, and I'm already signed up for the following year.
So like that's what it's like because it's so competitive. So these distributors still have their comics. Don't wait for the aftermarket. If you're available at any point this next week, you can score some exclusives. And if exclusive comic books isn't your thing, next on the list at number 6, they're still doing merch. And that's a Punchline shirt you can get. I think I may have to get that.
Yeah, I mean, if you still feel that you want to be a part of 2020 SDCC, and you guys got to understand, this con has been around for 50 years. So this is going to be the first year they're not holding it. So like this is actually an epic moment. And if you want to memorialize that with some type of merchandise, a shirt, a fanny pack, a hat, whatever the heck they have, there's an opportunity for you. And you know what? That also reminds me about a historical fact. Back in 1978, I just want to plug this. They almost didn't have a convention because the person who was putting it on, the treasurer, got robbed and $12,000 was stolen. And they had to go around and collect that from the fans. So $12,000, it shows you how big this convention has grown. Okay, almost canceled that convention if it wasn't for recapturing that through fans and like kind of just donating money.
Yeah, without this virtual con happening, that this would be the one situation since that almost prevented San Diego Comic-Con from happening.
Actually, the more I think about it, it was 1979. It was 2 years after I was born, guys, so dating myself there.
Next on the list at number 5, because we were chatting about still being able to, have the convention happen and experience it, but at home. Yeah, we are talking about convention challenges that you can do at your house right now.
Dude, this is talking about integrating you more so with this convention, which is really kind of fun because they have a contest for cosplay. We know how big cosplay is as a convention. Can you imagine not having to walk around all day in your cosplay to get the attention that maybe you want? I mean, you don't get to have the photos with everybody, and that's really fun and interactive and everybody enjoying it. But can you imagine putting on some type of cosplay and they capture that? I'm sure they're looking for content for this. So this might be your biggest opportunity to get yourself out there.
Yeah, you may actually have a better shot at being seen on the internet during this virtual con than just meeting people one-on-one on the con floor, regardless of how fun it is to meet people on the con floor. We also have a sidewalk art challenge. So all you creatives who want to get your art featured, there's going to be a lot of eyes this next weekend. This is a good opportunity to participate. And then they're also doing like a create your own Comic-Con within your home. You can like download PDFs of the banners, the signs, like legit parking signs that they would have had to use at San Diego Comic-Con. They're not letting that go to waste. You can print that from home and you can submit your own room and like your area virtually and experience San Diego Comic-Con from your bedroom.
Yeah, that's kind of fun, I mean, it's just another way that they're trying to involve everybody, which, again, I've said it a few times, I just feel like there's got to be new and innovative ways and some things will hit, some things won't, but it's still going to be fun to see the creativity of the comic culture of what's out there.
And the next one is number 4. Since we are on the subject of things being virtual, I just want to let you know if you're into comic books in the slightest, next week's about to be lit on the social media platforms. If you're selling comic books, you're going to need to be selling them next week.
You're going to see an increased activity on all social platforms. I am sure people are going to take this opportunity because more people are going to be in front of their computer screens at given moments from Wednesday to Sunday. So I'm sure Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, they're going to be streamings, they're going to be sales, it's going to be all kinds of activities. So if you're around and you're available, check all your platforms, man, and make sure you're not missing an opportunity to pick up something that you really want for a really, affordable or reasonable price.
That's right. You could also like support your local comic shop. You can support the creatives. You can support the dealers. There's a lot of different businesses that are going to be doing stuff. And that actually brings us to number 3, supporting the creators, the creatives, the artists, the writers, the individuals, this industry, the dealers, the people who make it possible for you to enjoy the stuff that we enjoy. It's still possible this next week.
Yeah, I mean, these are the people who get you excited about, your collectible. And like a lot of people, when they attend, they want to pay that back. They want to pick up their new book or get an autograph or just say thank you. So this is a way to do it, to still support in both emotionally, both financially, and any way you feel that's comfortable for you.
Now, at number 2, we're a comic channel, so we got to highlight some comic panels in particular, because not only do we have like Robert Kirkman hitting the mic, we also have a comic historian, Danny Fingeroth, who's going to be doing a bunch of different topics, taking on a presentation covering like 80 years of a Golden Age hero, the Spirit, one of your favorites.
I love my Golden Age. If we're talking about the Spirit, that's as classic as it gets. I love anything that's going to expose me and other people to that time frame. I'm also loving the next panel here, which is another Golden Age time frame. It's the wonderful, horrible history of EC Comics.
Dude, we have a tribute to Dennis O'Neil that's going to be done this next weekend. And he's covering things like, Howard Cruz, the godfather of queer comic books. We also have LGBTQ comics and other popular topics being discussed. And a lot of like different like major historical videos that are going to be taking place over this weekend. I'm stoked. And there's also a Skybound presentation that we were talking about earlier on this podcast. Image is not just going to be doing their expo this weekend. They're going to be attending San Diego Comic-Con. It's nice to see publishers like Marvel and Image participate in the con virtually.
Yeah, and just make it a little more personal here. We did have an Undiscovered Country exclusive in one of our boxes, and there's actually going to be a panel on that. So I'm kind of excited to see, the excitement of where that story's going.
Yeah, let's see what Scott Snyder has in store. He said he's going to be talking about the comic. Maybe he'll give us an insight of any option news, like what's going on with any of his other titles. Maybe we can get some Batman questions in there. I digress, because number 1 on this list, HALLH is still happening. Like, let's just be real. We have announcements that everyone's waiting on, and I don't know about you, man, but there's like barely any coverage on any of the stuff that's actually happening. There's way more coverage of the fact that it was canceled.
Oh, man, this is a big deal, because, how many of us are just always refreshing screens or waiting with bated breath for the latest news of our heroes? Because that is exactly what's happening at HALLH, and that's exactly where we're going to get here. Okay, this is going to be really, really fun. Okay, I'm excited for this week, whether I watch a panel or not, which I will be, but just to know that new information is coming out for us to get hyped about for the upcoming year. Oh, man.
Boom Studios has a presentation. They're going to be breaking news. We have Dynamite announcing crossover events, breaking news. We also have a look inside Marvel 616 on Disney Plus. Yeah, we're going to get to find out some information on titles that have just been delayed and delayed and delayed all year.
Yeah, that 616 alone gets you wondering. We're not talking multiverse here. 616 is the main Earth here for our heroes. So, like, what does that even mean? Are there other places that are going to be diverging and they're trying to keep this completely solo and solid? I don't even know, but I'm excited to find out.
The 15th anniversary of Constantine is this year. So there's like a full Keanu Reeves panel about one of my favorite movies he's in that no one likes. But people are going to be asking about him reprising the role. He really wants to do it. Let's watch what happens to Swamp Thing 37. And we also have The Boys doing their own panel. We're probably going to get a sneak peek at season 2. But I got to bring attention to what Hulu Disney News. Yeah, Hellstrom is happening, and we're going to find out what's going on with this title.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a horror type concept. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see Disney going down a darker path. And we got the son of Satan, for crying out loud, as one of the characters alone. So, I mean, I'm excited to hear what they're going to do. How dark are they really going to get?
Yeah, we just got to sit back and watch from our couch and see what announcements happen. I hope that there's more stuff that gets revealed between now and next week, but so far, so good. I like what I'm seeing. I'll remind everybody, hit the link below, go follow SDCC here on YouTube, but go also check the website out so you can do some planning. You're going to be able to hit a lot more stuff from your home this year than any convention you ever attend.
Yeah, guys, remember it's new. It's going to be innovative, and just like in real life, or just when you're in person, keep it positive, make it fun, and have a great time at the con.